Alright, let's start off. I'm not very liked by some of my people in my hometown, but it's fine. I don't really care. Why? Because nothing matters. I'm gonna be dead in like 70 years anyways. Who cares? 70 is kind of overdrive, you know? I'm gonna die either way, sooner or later. So why care if they hate me? They don't really hate me. I mean, some do, but it's mostly just they dislike me. They think I'm cringe and awkward. But it's actually like the opposite, because I act cringe on purpose. And the word cringe itself doesn't really exist. It's more like it exists because society doesn't like people. All right, take this group one. They found out about a meme. Let's say a meme about a dragon. Right? Since I got this dragon figure, right? That's the first thing that came to mind. They find out about a meme. They start joking about it in school, right? There's two things that can happen. One, another person from another friend group, which I'm gonna get into later, hears it and is like, well, what is that? And search it up on social media because social media is the web. It's the World Wide Web. You can find anything there. They find a video. They're like, oh, yo, this is really funny. I don't send it to my friends. And then they start talking about it at school. And the first group, the group that found it first, over here, and they're like, yo, they're copying us. Whatever. It's outdated now since they used it. The new meme is not a really niche meme I saw like yesterday because I'm chronically online, you know? So they say, oh, they're cringe. They're not really cringe. They just, the word cringe, it's really like, they're not cringe. They're just disliked by the other party. Because if they weren't disliked, they wouldn't call them cringe. Cringe doesn't exist. It's only that you don't like the people that you call cringe. It's basically like saying, they're not cool. Or I don't think they're cool in like a secret way. Except they basically mean the same thing now. Friend groups, really complicated. No matter how many friends you have, everyone is going to hate everyone after a while. That's why we need more friends. So you don't get tired of one person. Because you eventually you're going to notice a flaw. The honeymoon phase is over, right? I'm just going to call it the honeymoon phase because it's the easiest. You start noticing the flaw. You get slowly annoyed, and then after all, you get annoyed. That's why you need breaks. That's why you need more friends. Because you're going to hate another person. If there's a group of 5 people, like 9 out of 10 chances, no, 9 out of 10 times, someone hates another person in that group, and that sparks a division. Since two persons hate each other, they're gonna try to get as much people on their side as possible. So then they talk to another person like, "Hey, I don't like that guy. Do you like him?" Uh, what do you ask? Because I think he's annoying. But since they're a better friend with the first guy than the other guy, no, I should really say it better. I should really lock my door too. Let's say we have a group of 6 people, right? Hold on, I need to write this down. All right, let's say Jacob and Evan. Jacob and Evan in the group of 6 people, they don't like each other. Now, Evan has a really good friend called, let's say, Tyler. Tyler's a better friend with Evan than Jacob, right? So Evan's going to be like to Tyler, hey, I don't like Jacob. Do you like Jacob? Uh, yeah, how about it? No, he does some stuff that I find annoying, and they're going to overdrive what Jacob did. For example, Jacob didn't want to give Evan gum. and he had like a lot of, let's say he had 5 gums. Evan's gonna say, yeah, Jacob didn't give me a gum, and he had like a lot of gum. What? He's planting the seeds in Tyler's head. And after a while, Tyler's gonna be like, wait, it's true because of placebo effect, you know? Not just joking, but seriously though, after a while, Evan and Tyler are gonna show signs that they don't like Jacob. And Jacob's better friend than, Evan and Tyler are gonna notice that. And then they're gonna be on Jacob's side. And then this group splits. 3-3, right? And then the group of 3 people, there can never be a trio. You either gotta go duos or squads, bro. Because there's always gonna be a duo and a trio, no matter how much you deny it. But it never works out. That's why you need more people. There's always gonna be a group within a group. Do you have a group of 15 people? There's gonna be 3 groups. And then there's gonna be like a duo in each one of those groups. And then again, if you look at schools, I'm not a school shooter, don't worry. And I'm not planning on it too. But the school, like, popularity system, it's ranked by, it's like a triangle. Everything is a triangle. At the top, we have the popular kids, like Chad, Stacy, Tyler, Jake, you know. And then you have the almost popular kids, like the ones that are well known, but not exactly as popular as the top rankings. And they're easily influenced by the top rankings too. And then you have like the average Joes, the NPCs, they're down here. Almost popular Chads and Stacys, right? Isn't that? I'm gonna get into like looks, max, and BP soon. Don't worry. The nerds and geeks, the lonely kids, right? But what's a Chad to a loner kid? The loner kid isn't influenced by Chad. No, he hates Chad. Why? Because he gets all the attention and the loner kid doesn't. And the loner kid doesn't have any friends, only online. Easily influenced. That's how school shootings happen most of the time. Or they just feel like it, It's horrible things shouldn't happen. But like it also has something to do with looks. Right? Chads and Stacys, they can't be ugly. Imagine seeing like a really popular dude. The most popular dude is at least like a little average. At least. At most, he's probably a Chad. Or Stacy, Girls rank their popularity by how much information they have on each other, how much dirt they got on each other, and how they look. A really ugly girl can't be like the leader of a squad of girls, Doesn't work like that. BP and looks max, it's true. Hypergamy and stuff. It's true. If you don't look good, you either gotta have like a hell of a personality, like really fun, really forgiving and all that, or you gotta just look good. People don't care what you do if you look good. Chad does what Chad wants. You ever heard that? Yeah, it's basically true. Unless someone hates the Chad. They're like, yo, he's low-key doing bad stuff, right? But the girls aren't gonna ignore that. They ain't gonna pay attention. They're still gonna try to date Chad and stuff, Now, what am I? I'm not gonna get into that. Uh, but like, it's tiring. Society, man versus society, woman versus society, and that fucking debate. Holy shit! Why do men and women hate each other? Can't we just billions and hypergamy, bro? It's insane. Have you seen like the way women rank themselves? Oh yeah, I'm an 8. I'm an 8. You fucking twat. You're at 3. Shut the fuck up and go. Don't reproduce. Die off lonely, please, I beg you. Or find someone your level and stay humble. Is it that hard? It disgusts me, you know? And they're so full of themselves. They have so much ego. And they judge. But then again, who cares? Nothing really matters, right? So why care? Because my fucking kids are gonna live in this future, bro. If I even have kids, depends on the women I find. And I'm not gonna say uh looks don't matter, because it does. Looks matter. I mean, I'm not gonna date an ugly woman. No. Fuck no. But like women, they rank themselves so high. And they're so like they don't see what they do. They hurt people without even noticing. And when they do, they're like, oops, I did it again. But then again, nothing really matters. Who cares? If you want to live a happy life, you have to don't care. You just have gotta have that mindset. Nothing really matters. Doesn't care. Nothing ever happens either. The Hansa virus, out of the window. There's been like four big, like, oh, there's gonna be a pandemic. Whoop de doo. A new Ebola outbreak. And Hansa virus has been around for a while too. You know, so tired, bro. I'm tired of all of it. Politics too. Like fuck, we all yearn for freedom, and we're stuck working a 9 to 5. That's insane. Insane. We're made to be free. We're not made to rot in some worker house. We should be out there living our fullest lives, connected with nature. All of the like tribes I've seen around the world, one thing in common: they're all connected with nature. The Sapmi, the indigenous, the Australian indigenous people, you know, they're all connected with fucking nature. We're connected with nature. But look what we did to ourselves. Yeah, sure, we're like curing disease and stuff, but would you rather live a long life with no achievements, nothing, just boring 9 to 5 jobs every fucking day until you die? Or a 50-year-old life where you've done lots of things? Or 40, actually. That's a question. Would you rather live a long and boring life or a little short and happy life? I personally want to live a long and happy life, but that's not possible in this world unless I fake my own death and stuff. Way too much work. Tried that before. I'm joking. But yeah, it's so disgusting. Like TikTok doesn't help either. Society doesn't care about you or your feelings. They're gonna judge you either way. So would you rather die a boring life, where you're stuck to the default settings of society, or live a happy life? You know, people who look good, like Chaz and Stacy's, they can do whatever they want. Society, or Chad's at least. Stacy's have a little stricter, like. But Chaz, they do whatever they want because society won't judge them. They look good. Let's say a Chad does something that's disgusting, like he poops in a shower that get leaks. 2 or 3 months max until it's like he poops in the shower, right? The people, let's say, it's famous too, to spice things up. He accidentally says it on live. He gets trolled with it for like a year and a half, maybe max. They don't care anymore. He looks too good. Like a woman can oversee the fact that he poops in the shower just because he looks good.